Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. We're having a pretty good one over here. Today we are going to be kind of working through this list of quests we got going on, trying to get as many of them done as possible, just to get some good quality progression in. The first ones are all about making these seals. Now, I have enough blank seals to make four of them. And so I'm going to go ahead and make these, and then we'll probably end up trying to run them as well, especially the scavenger, because we need to run a scavenger for the vaults. But let's go ahead and pull up the crafting recipes. So our first one's going to be an elixir vault. We've experienced a lot of these, um, but they're going to be our first, and we need to turn the electrondrite into perfect. And the crafting recipe is pretty simple. So we're just going to do one of those, and then bam, got it. We're going to go ahead and do the other ones as well. So the next one would be the brazier. It just changes out the bottle for a torch, and bam. We're going to do the, let's see, the hunter next, just a diamond instead. And then lastly, we are going to do, I think, yeah, seal of the prophet. This is going to give us a special bingo vault. Um, Yeah, and so now we can just go in and claim all these. They're going to give us an extra copy of each one, which is nice. The question, do these stack? They do not. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these in here and we can use them later. But they look like they pop up right up there, so they'll be easy to grab. Our next one is the modified vault crystal. So we need a crystal workstation. So if we go here, I think we prepped this, so we should have everything. It's right there, and bam. Crystal workstation. Good spot for this is a whole lot of nowhere. Maybe we finally get rid of that one. Throw that there, and bam, crystal workstation. So this is you apply a seal, an augment, and a crystal, and it looks like it does stuff. We'll have to explore that. Maybe a little reading. Yeah, augment set the theme. Capstone gives the vault a buff depending on what the capstone is used. I guess that's what that crystal is. And catalyst add modifiers, which here we'll give oops, catalyst. So I've seen a few of these in the shops and stuff, but it looks like you can re-roll them. Um, catalyst fragment are found in wood chip. I think there's supposed to be a way to craft them. I just maybe that's with the catalyst infusion table. Huh. I don't really know. I know I've seen some in like here. Let's give it a little read. So adds modifiers to the vault to increase the amount of specific, making it harder by adding a random modifier. It doesn't really say. But we'll go ahead and click this. It gives us an augment and a phoenix capstone, which I'm just going to go ahead and throw in there just for holding it. Say, oh, that's a cool little effect it's doing there. I like that. And then I'm guessing you throw seal in it, it'll really start spinning. Um, that's that. And then it wants us using catalyst on your vault crystals and heavily improve. Okay. And we're back. Sorry for like this weird cut. My power just went out, so don't exactly remember what we were talking about. Oh, we were looking at the catalyst. So catalysts are made in a catalyst infusion table using raw material catalyst fragments, which can be found in non-modified vaults and wooden chests. All crafting catalysts take up 10. Okay. Do we have any catalyst? Oh, we do. Okay. Well, we can go ahead and try to make the catalyst table. Let's see. So this, oh, we don't have one of these. we're gonna have to stop by Thomas's place to get some books or to get some sugarcane for some books. But we'll get right on that shortly. But let's keep going on. We also have an inscription table. Also requires a lectern, so not going to be able to do that quite yet. And pylons and temporal shards. Break a pylon. Do you have a chance of getting a temp? Oh, interesting. Um, breaking with your tool. Okay. So artifacts, we just have to get lucky and acquire an artifact tome. Artifact tome. Also requires electric. Still can't do that. So we're gonna keep moving on to the trinket forge. We do that one. Trinket forge. Absolutely. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab a vault diamond because I did not budget this one. And what it was iron, chromatic steel, and netherite. Iron, 1, 2, 3, steel, steel, 1, 2, 3, 4, and netherite. And it just went boom, and there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this over our other forge. They kind of match nicely. And this looks like it's where you can actually craft. Okay, yeah. So this crafts the um the trinkets that you've discovered. So I've discovered 3 of them: the treasure goggles, Valera's petal. So this one gives regen. This one allows you to see chests within a certain radius, and they're color coded based on the chest that they are. And then um this one, which I didn't really like. I liked it so poorly that I didn't even want it in my inventory, that because it raises your the cost to revive by 10, but it increases your mana regen by a total of 50% of your current mana regen. So, especially like early game, that's pretty low. So I was just kind of like, nah. But we went ahead and crafted it, so we'll get a little trinket scrap that we can just go ahead and throw in there and just store in there. And so you would need a stack of vault diamonds, which we're not even close to, and 192 Alexandrite gems. Again, nowhere close to that. So super expensive. But next on the list, let's see. We have the Warden's Vault Rock. Um, so what the Warden's Vault Rock does is after level 20, all the vaults start becoming what it does is it causes you to die in the vault, leaving a ghost behind, where you could potentially either pay gold or lose your stuff. Both are really bad situations. What this does is it allows you to basically gain beginner's grace. This time it's called Afterlife, which prevents you from losing items on your death. So might be one we store for now. Um, but it is definitely useful. We're gonna go ahead and complete that and throw these diamonds in there. The next one on the list is the modifiers workbench. So let's go ahead and craft that. Modifiers workbench. There it is. So this one is an artisan station with some extra goodies. We went ahead and made an artisan station, and what this does is, this one allows you to. This one will go kind of with. Here, I'm going to move this here, put this one there. Um, yeah, so this adds, like, if you have an empty modifier, this one allows you to pick a modifier of a certain type to add to your tools and weapons and armors and stuff like that. And you can unlock more of these and better versions of these with the archives and inside the inside the dungeons. That's the word I'm looking for, dungeons. And so hopefully we'll get to see one of those soon. Let's see. Next one. So we did this one, which is great. We're gonna get some netherite, vaulterite that we can throw in here, and some netherite. I don't know if those are needed for this, so throw that. No, you need modifiers, or you need the catalyst and some gold. So hope y'all can't hear that. It is thundering like a mother trucker outside, so bad that it knocked out my power for a brief second. Let's see. So next would be, yeah, so we need to go find these archives, which means we need to do dungeons. They're kind of dangerous. So let's do the wardrobe next. So the wardrobe is basically like an extra set of gear that you get to store in the overworld. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break. I'm gonna take this stuff out. I'm gonna move them over there and break this chest, and I'm gonna put the wardrobe like right there. Actually, we could probably just keep the chest in there. And put that in there, that in there. But the wardrobe allows you to basically put another set um, of entire gear as well as a whole hotbar. And when you click switch, it swaps the stuff from over here to over there. So you could have like a full set of like vanilla gear and a full set of vault gear, and all you have to do is go up, click switch, and you're off. You're like ready to go. Like one of the things I'm gonna go ahead and do is put my Electra on there because I use it all the time in the overworld, but I will likely never use it in the vault. Okay. So storing gear, it gives you that seems kind of silly. We'll just put the other one over here, kind of make it uniform. You then get multiple builds, the skill altar. I can't really speak today. Skill altar. Here we go. So pretty simple crafting recipe, although rather expensive. We're gonna put this one right here. This one allows you to save your current build. So like I can go ahead and save that. Um, and I think what I can do is I think there's a way to like, oh yeah, so I can pick this as the hatred totem build because that's kind of what we're going with right now. But then you can basically like regret everything, do another build, and if you ever wanted to go back, you just spend gold to get your abilities back to what they were. Pretty neat little feature, allows you to explore multiple builds, which is pretty cool. This just gives you some gold for the quest. So we're just throw it on the ground. Yeah, yeah. A little. This thing always experiences some like block lag or some item lag. Don't really know why. It just does. Next is the transmogrification table. Oh, oops, I meant to search here. Transmogrification, and we have all the stuff for it already. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this one right here, which actually means I think I'm gonna set this one here. Pick up you, and we'll throw you there. Kind of weird. Maybe flip them. That there, that there, put that there. Yeah, and the head will be kind of floating there. And then I think we'll just throw the wardrobe elsewhere. I don't know if they need to craft it or they just need to acquire one, but we may just give this to someone else because I don't see us needing more than one of them. I'm gonna go ahead and move this over here for now. Or actually, oh, I will do it up and out of the way. Oh, I can't. Here we go. Yeah, so the transmogrification table is pretty cool. I've now interacted with the one, so I can claim the quest. It's doing its thing. See, it always does it regardless. Don't know why. But basically, you have gold in here, and you put this in there, and you can change it to whichever one you've discovered already. So, like, for instance, like I found a lot of the druid set, and I currently have druid boots. So I could go in here and grab the druid chest plate. I think costs like a small amount of gold or a small amount of bronze. think we found the druid. Maybe not. Uh, did we find the druid hat or cat? Donkey, squire, wizard. But let's do the donkey. And what would kind of be donkey looking? So we'll be a donkey druid. So that's what we look like. We're able just to change how we look, which is kind of fun. And this is really, really fun when you start like getting full sets of stuff. So like when you've unlocked all the druid set or all the donkey set or X, Y, and Z, it gets pretty fun at that point. And then the last one is acquiring the unique codex, which we can't get yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over to Thomas's and collect some sugarcane so we can start making some of the other stuff that we could make for quests. Try to get as much of it done as possible. He changed his name. I think he's the Cinnamon Island Isle. Everyone like um picked up their waystones and changed their names, and now I don't know whose anyone is. Ah, because I didn't break his stuff. I don't think. We're just gonna do a swipe. Oh, that should be enough. That should be way more than enough. Um, so let's head back. Ooh, and back to Pirates Go. So we've got to make a few things. I know we got to make a few of the um, a few bookshelves. I'm just gonna do this. Turn all these into paper, and then leather. We'll just use as much leather as we can. Oh, damn it. Bam. Books, and then we need planks. Yeah, plenty of planks. I'm gonna use these planks though. Oh, come on. It's being a little obnoxious to. I'm pulling you out. Pull out. So annoying when stuff doesn't want to pull out, isn't it? That should be enough. And then I'm gonna just grab my books just in case. I need some wooden slabajabas, some planks. Do that. Come on, into the inventory. Into the inventory. We'll do that. Alrighty. So now, let's see. So I believe the inscription table needed one, and the catalyst table needed one. Okay. So I think we just need two, maybe we'll do three. I think there's one more that needed one. I'm not certain. It's good to have an extra anyways. So let's start with the catalyst table, not the cartilage table. Catalyst table two already. So we need some netherites, two of those. Some steel, five of those. Okay. And we should have everything else. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can go boop, 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 boop. Um, let's see. I kind of want this one to live over here next to that. We're gonna go ahead and put the bounty table here, the black market here, just right next to what we got going on over there. But this, I think we can just go ahead and store all these in here, and these are going to give us these will allow us to craft catalysts using fragments, beniatite, and dreamstones. And each one gives a different bonus, but they also give what's called a challenge stack. Now, I don't know exactly what a challenge stack is. I'm sure if we read cat modifier, I'm guessing it's some sort of debuff, if I were to guess. But uh, we can't really do anything with it right now, which is fine. We do have the inscription table to do. Inscription table. Okay, so okay, not clack, lacka. Okay, so let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, along with some steel. Do this, do that. Grab the steel, throw that back in there. Oh, we actually need more steel. 2, 3, 4, 5. We also need our vault diamonds. 3. Do something like that, and like that. And bam, you got your inscription table. Now this is going to allow you to get special rooms inside vaults. So it like if you craft, like we actually have an inscription, I think. Yeah, we have the lab room here. So if I were to apply this to a crystal, it would guarantee that somewhere in the vault is a lab room. This is really good for like some of the special rooms. Like if you know you need coins, you get like a dragon room or like a pie or cove inscription or something like that. It's really good if you know what you're looking for. But let's see what it gave us. It gave us yeah, and then this is the inscription pieces. Inscription. We have a few of them already, but they're just one of the crafting ingredients. You need 4 for it. And then each one's gonna ask for something different. Like the better the room is, like this one asks for bounty pearls and echo gems, which are super rare, but like the some of these other ones are less so. Like this one's actually pretty good. Chromatic caves gives a lot of chromatic iron. I don't know what the farm inscription is, but I'm guessing a lot of the I think a lot of these are for like overworld collection stuff in case you don't have it, which is really nice. And it's specifically stuff that can be asked for in here or for general crafting. Like chromatic iron is really hard to get in the overworld, but it's much easier to get in the vault. And that's what that's for. Um, so we need to go into a vault to get one of these. Oh, the artifact tome. So artifact tome. So 2 more black chromatic. So black. Oh, this is really going to strain my black opal supply as well as my steel supply. That's not so bad. Steel is going to be worse though. Yeah. We'll actually need another set. So let's do that. Big flash of lightning right outside my window. Um, 8 steel. 5 of them. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and grab that. And then this needs to be somewhere a little bit more prominent. Maybe not prominent, might not be the best word, but more. It needs a very big wall, is what it needs. That, no, that is not big enough. What if we put it, so if we put it like there, we're just barely missing the top few. Um, okay, we'll do this somewhere else then. So maybe that'll be something else. This would be like the eh, what is about right there is kind of the best spot for it. Maybe we do something like this might annoy some people, but we could do something a little bit like let's move this over, bring this right here, get a module there, get a module there, pick this up, put the crafting table back down. And then we can do that there, and then put these 2 back there, and then it's kind of centered on that wall, which is really nice. The only unfortunate thing is that this isn't centered, but we don't have any other really nice wall for it. This would be nice, but we'd have to clear out everything in here. and it'd be up and down all the time, and there's really no wall down there. Um, maybe I can. The other option is instead of doing this, I can move that here, do something like that, move the crafting table back down there, mine all this out. Grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you. And we can grab a few more of the link tiles and we'll just move it somewhere better, essentially. Let's just do that for now. Bro, oh, don't have that shit. Inventory's just gonna have to be full for now. So this can go something like that. That's. We just need two more. Let's just go down for them. There are two more. Do something like this. And it looks a little ugly here, but I think it'll be all right. I think I like it better. And I may, let's see. What if I did something like right underneath this so that this isn't popping up and through? Maybe we pop this through the floor here since most of this floor isn't being used anyways. Do something like that's we're gonna, oh come on, that and that. And then we can go ahead and put roofs over it on both sides. Break all this stuff, which is good because I actually hated the look of it. I just had no idea what to do. Do something like that for now there. Go underneath. Do something like this here. And that at least looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but this place isn't supposed to be perfect. It's just is what it is. I think it's very usable, at least for now. And what's nice is it kind of mirrors. So, like, we get to see all of our artifacts when we get to see them. But the big thing here is bam, we've got our first artifact, which is huge. One of 25 until unlocking the final vault. These are what the entire game's about. We need to collect all of these to get to the end game. So let's go ahead and see what we get. Artifact 23. Looks like the mob. Now, are they in any particular order, or I think it's just random? So we now gotta. Okay, we're up here. So there you go. Now, if you put it in the wrong spot, it'll actually tell you. So, like, see, look, it's all red. It doesn't like it. But there, we got our very first one. Really nice. Alrighty. So that was that. We can't do these ones quite yet, but we can do the unique codex, I think, which is the last quest until level 40. Um, hmm, we don't have any scrap, but we can do this over here. Make something that we really just don't need. Let's just make a hat. That's getting, that stuff's actually pretty good. I know I've been sacrificing a lot of scrap there, which kind of silly on me, but okay. So vault. So now I just need 2 paintites. 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and put one of those in there. We're not going to sacrifice it. I just don't want to be holding on to it. And then we need 2 magic silk. Should be easy enough. So, Silky Boys, uno dos. And so let's go ahead and make this and see what this is about. So let's go ahead and do a little reading. I've never done this. Unique gear is an exciting element. Blah. Pieces cannot, unlike cannot, unlike normal, be modified. However, it rolls with unique properties. Okay, so we can go ahead. Didn't show any reward being given, but you can go ahead and open it. And this looks like it just gives you like certain unique. Um, it shows you what unique items there are in the game and like kind of where to find it. Um, I'm probably not going to go. I may look through these later, but makes your pool multi. But just oh, that's kind of cool. So that's in the oh, that makes the factory actually kind of worth it. Yeah, I may just kind of try to do everything and see kind of where it takes me. But until then, I think that that's pretty good. Um, we've completed a lot of quests, and I think some guys are going to come on soon, and we're going to do a little bit of playthrough. I'm going to complete this crystal, turn it into scav, and I'll make sure to record our first scav hunt for you guys, and I'll talk over it and stuff like that to kind of show you what it's like. But until then, I'll see you guys. I'm not really sure why I'm kind of doing outro here. It's going to be in the same episode, so I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, guys. So here we got our first scavenger vault. So how these work is at the beginning of the vault, it's going to basically at the very top, it's going to list a bunch of items that can be gotten throughout the vault. Each item is associated with a type like a loot source. So at the top you'll see that we have one goblet, and next to it you see a gilded chest. So that means you get goblets out of gilded chest. Same with the old book with wooden chests, that kind of thing. Um, and then the text is always going to have like a color associated with it. The color is the rarity of the item. So it starts out blue, is common, and then you have yellow, which is rare, purple, which is epic, and green, which is omega. Those are the main sources. You also have mob drops. So mobs will drop a green essence for horde mobs, purple essence for dwellers, and black for assassin mobs. And before going into this, I did create a pouch solely to pick up all these different types of scavenger items. Um, These tend to be really difficult overall, but they are generally my favorite. It, there's an ability called Hunter that usually makes this a little bit easier. The idea is you go into Hunter unspect, which mean or you go into Hunter now because they've changed how Hunter works, where it just it's gonna look at all of them, but you would go into Hunter and then activate Hunter in order to see what chests are nearby. It has a really long cooldown, but it allows you to like to target certain chests that you're looking for. So like right now, I really need a gilded chest, um, so I can get my goblet, that kind of thing. I also completed. I mined a pylon, which is why I got the I finished the quest for that. And then here we have a challenge room. This is the village room. They've changed this since I last played so that they now spawn what's called guardians. These are much more difficult mobs with certain AI that make it harder to like cheese them. But it the rooms are usually a really great source of different types of loot and chest. And so this one had like a ton of gilded chests, which allowed me to finish off the scavenger hunt. I was struggling towards the end, so I decided just to get out early and yeah, and actually survive the vault. Yeah, so that was the first scavenger hunt. There'll be plenty more, so it should be pretty fun. Alrighty, guys, we just got finished with our first scav vault. It was successful, which is great news. We managed to pull some blank seals out of the crate, so we were able to finish this one here. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw them in there. Some other things we got from the crate were we got this Soul Vortex, and we got not from the crate, but from this. From we mined a pylon, and as a reward, we got an unidentified charm. We also got this dungeon capstone here that gives Dungeon Hunter on there. I think this highlights dungeon doors in the vault, which is really nice if you're like dungeon hunting. I'm gonna save this spike seal and this chromatic steel. We got an echo gem from completing one of the bounties, which is fantastic. And then let's see, we have some unidentified gear still left. Um, but so to unlock this incredibly powerful vortex core, we have to put it into a soul diffuser here. Let's see what this does. Holy crap. So if you don't know, when you do a soul diffuser, it gives soul dust, and then you can add them to get soul shards, and we just got a ton. So I'm not gonna do all of this right now. There's quite a lot. I'll probably do that off camera and save you the boredom, but I'll show you the end result in our shards. Before we do that, I want to see what this temporal shard ends up being. What are we gonna get? Loot Goblin. So it's a modifier loot goblin, doubles all loot and triples its rarity for 5 minutes. Consume this shard to gain its effects. I don't want to right click it. I feel like right clicking is going to consume. But maybe we test out on one of our future vaults, just see what it does, or how it works. And then let's. Alrighty, we got a like. That's. I mean, it's better implicit than what I got. I mean, we could try re-rolling it. Um, I just got this new sword that does crazy damage. I mean, brings me up to 51 damage. I was at 41 earlier. This is pretty sick as well. Attack speed, 11 and a half damage is lower implicit, but I could see if I can get a higher prefix on attack damage, maybe compensate. But I'll be back with anything. So we did get a new sword. We also got a new magnet. Other than that, everything stayed the same. So I'll be back. Our boots did level up till 25, so we're already seeing some like increases in those. So like we got an extra heart out of it because we leveled up, which is awesome. Um, yeah, I'll be back in just a minute with updates and all that stuff. Okay, so we got the last vault of the day. This is just a plain brazier vault. Usually for these vaults, what I like to do is I like to run and find all the braziers first. This way, you can kind of get the benefits of the braziers before doing any looting. So like things like increased item rarity or stuff like that, you get it all beforehand, which is really nice. And then I also got coin explosion, which means when I kill mobs, they'll now drop coins. Um, Probably one of the best ways to get coins, other than finding like special coin rooms. But a little bit on kind of the future here is I've gone ahead and done a few more vaults. I streamed a few and had issues with my audio, so the stream had no audio. So I have about 3 hours of stream, was about three more levels because most of those were plunderers vaults, which means I don't gain any XP, but you gain extra loot for doing those. And so unfortunately, there's not really any audio with that. I could do another voiceover, and I'm considering doing that. But the big things that have happened is, um, I then continued on. We did a few more vaults with some friends, and I'm now at level 32. I've spent I spent a lot of my levels on speed. Um, and I put my expertise into trinketing so that which basically gives me a 10% chance not to consume a trinket use. I also maxed out intelligence. Intelligence is a talent that gives you extra ability power similar to strength, and so it's really helping out with my hatred totem and being able to use that. um we experimented with bingo vaults, and I'm going to go and run another one and show you how those work. But that's most of the updates I have. Mod wise, where we unlocked create. We also unlocked storage drawers and Kagerium. So I'm going to showcase those off in the next episode, and and start like building a factory off in one area. So look forward to that. And um, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of this vault, and I will see you guys in the next episode.